I am Emisha Ravani, and today, as we have the fourth day of presentation, and we are dealing with the paper of criticism, Indian poetics, and I am going to deal with the Rasa theory in Mary Sari. It is a poem by Sabika Nakvi. And before I start my presentation, I would like to say something about the founder of Rasa theory, uh, uh, that is Bharat Muni. There is a one quote of Rajashekhara. He is saying that it is not the object described in literature that give us pleasure. It is creative use of language that make it pleasant. So these are there are many figures in the ancient time in India who have introduced us to the Indian poetics. Indian poetics is a very wide area itself, and as he says that it is not something uh, the object or the content which is make us pleasant while we are reading, but it is the game of only the using of language, or how you are creatingly using the aspect of the any literature or any form of literature. So Bharat Muni has introduced this rasa theory in his book of Natya Shastra, and in the Natya Shastra there are 36 chapters, 6,000 shlokas, and rasa theory and bhava theory has introduced in the sixth number or seventh number chapters, and for Bharat Muni has written this text with very effective purpose. In the Treta Yuga, Lord Brahma has told him to write Natya Shastra, and he has Natya Shastra has known as fifth Vedas, and uh, this and it is another name of Natya Veda, and it is formed from the four Vedas. That is those all are Vedas are in the Indian philosophy. So now I am going to deal with the slides of what is rasa theory. Basically, when we heard the word like rasa, we got the many dictionary glossaries essence, taste, flavor, juice, sap. So many things we come to know about that. And uh, in the literature, rasa is something which is based on the two sentiments, that is rhetorical sentiments and emotional sentiments, which will be we will deal later on. There are three aspects of this theory, that is bhav vibhav, that is rise of emotion. In that, the two types sub point are there, that is alamban vibhav and uddipan vibhav. uh, Alamban with vibhav is something depending on something, and uddipan vibhav is encouraging. uh, when we see some play or the drama on the stage, we can see these both the aspects of this vibhav or vibhav bhav, that have rise of emotion is depend on these both the aspect. Anubhav bhav, that is all about expression. Vyabhichar bhav, that is not primary emotions but reinforce the primary emotions. It is something like not static in our mind or somewhere in our surface of the emotions, but it is like rapidly come and goes. It is going on in our mind. So there are basically Bharat Muni has introduced us like eight or probably eight or nine rasas in his Natya Shastra, and then later on list has increased. Like I have put the 10 types of, that is Shringar, Hasya, Karun, Rudra, Veer, Bhayanak, Vibhatsa, Adbhut, Sham, and Vatsal. And for that ras, the स्थायी भाव are there: रति, हास्य, शोक, क्रोध, उत्साह, भय, जुगुप्सा, विस्मय, निर्वेद, and vatsalya. as I have said, that there are rhetorical sentiments and emotional sentiments. So uh, Bharat has introduced with the rasas, like when we go to the English dictionary, said erotic, comic, pathetic, furious, heroic, terrible, odious, marvelous, and quietistic. And bhavas are delight, laughter, sorrow, anger, energy, fear, disgust, heroism, and astonishment. Rasa Siddhant, the earliest exponent of Rasa Siddhant is Natya Shastra of Bharata. As I said, Rasa Siddhant is founded on four types of acting: Angik Abhinay, Vachik Abhinay, Aharya Abhinay, and Satvik Abhinay. When we heard that this is the book contains the title of the book is Natya Shastra, we can uh, get the first thought about it. Okay, it will be depend on all, it will contains the information or the detail of Natya Shastra, but it has the artistic, we can say, like it goes on Natya Shastra, Natya, and then literature, as well as music, as well as dancing, all the aspects it has contained it itself. After Bharata, several noted scholars are like Bhattanayak, Lolata, Sa- Shamkuka, Abhinav Gupta, Mammat, and Anand Vardhan have added to Rasa Siddhanta. Rasa theory in Mary Sari. It is the poem which is recite in by Sabika Abbas Naqvi. Now we will see how poem is contains the rasa theory. I have hyperlinked this video, and you will find the whole video when the writer is only reciting her poem. Main theme is it is depend on sari, that we can say in vastra. In Hindi, it is like vastra. He is talking about she is talking about the sari, but integral part or the integral purpose of this poem I can find is women, and woman is the central part of this poem. uh, Here I point out that Sadi, how she has portrayed the whole poem, like at multi-purpose, a friend of the body it traps, like whoever sari is like something, whoever traps it, it will be friend for that body. Blanket at night, it is the kind of symbol of peace. A mother's hard earned money, that is the symbol of hardship. Sari has a metaphor for life, as she has portrayed in his poem, challenging to mold itself wherever required. Sari is something like whenever you want to mold it, it will mold at per your requirement. Symbol of love, a means of protest to hang the growing fascist ideology, a symbol of resistance, a symbol of the farmers' protest, a woman's existence. She has very beautifully portrayed all these idea in her poem. I have I'm not able to deal with the whole poem because poem is the very longest, and I have put here very selected lines from the poem that uh, in English version. Original poem is in Hindi. So, your sari is like a waterfall, waves fluttering in the thunderstorm. Poetess is asking her mother to that how she is looking in the sari. So we can see that how her mother is replied that your sari is like a waterfall, waves fluttering in the thunderstorm. Here I have put the lines, and by the according that how we are getting various rasas by those lines. My sari is that owning which you like, which you call the sky. My sari is that floor on which you live. This sari is the waves on the river on which we sailboat of love. These lines contains the rasa of Shringar. With the sari, we tie a noose around the shadows of fascism. And she very wonderfully she has taken the references of historical events, like wherever. Um, women have has to face such kind of injustice in the past. In this line we can get rasas like heroic and furious. You too have tired a lot of times, you have put a lot of holes into this sari, torn it from many places. So it is talking about rape, and how women are facing this kind of terrible situations. And further, but even I am marvelous seamstress. Across each hole, I have stitched a page even more colorful than the last. Here, she's a poet. Poet is talking about a heroic. We can say that it is the lines are contains the heroic rus, and wherever you used the scissors of casteism, I have stitched on a beautiful page from Savitri Phule sari. Wherever you have made sectarian gashes, there I have taken thread of shabba and stitched on motifs. When you started burning my anchal, I replaced it with the anchal of Iron's sari. When you threw acid on the hem, I asked Lakshmi to do patchwork on it. We can say that how she has put this all the historical events in her poetry, and she is able to make us feel that rasa of heroic, furious, and odious. Listen, the sari is not the attire of your nationalism. It is that uproar that echoed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. It is that coffin that buried patriarchy. It is a garden decorated by the downtrodden. Then these lines are containing the Karun Ras and Rudra Ras. You are always very curious to know what lies behind my blouse. Behind the blouse of sari lies the protrusions of my breast, filled to take freedom to the veins. My ribs sing the melodious of peace. When I wear this sari, my navel will show. That navel, which is a vortex of persever- perver- pers- perseverance. And by this line, we can say that she is talking about. She has taken reference with two or three Bollywood songs, and this reflecting in these lines. And this is the end part of his her poem, that my sari, my black sari, my colorful sari, my rainbow sari, my disheveled and disobliging unconscionable sari. This is ending lines containing the marvelous, quietistic and pathetic rasas are there. So the poem has main rasa like heroic and furious. If we read a whole poem, then we can say that the main tone of this poem is a heroic and furious. Here, poem is created in a very metaphorical way, and that is the style of creating which is making this poem extremely emotionful, which we feel those all emotions by the sthai bhav. That is the emotional sentiments in that is we have within us. So these are my work citation. Thank you.
Okay, so questions, yes. Who? Himanshi is asking. Okay, just-
In your very few slides, you mentioned that Udipan Vibha. So, do you know any example about that? Like that, how the concept is connected?
So Uddipan is Vibhav is something like if we see in Abhignan Shakuntala, then when the meeting of Shakuntala and the hero, I forgot the name, when they're meeting in the garden. So how the Kalidas has portrayed the situation or the circumstances there, how the garden has gloomy, and he makes it a very romantic, in a very romantic way. So we can say that that is the Uddipan Vibhav to be happen, meeting of Shakuntala and her lover.
Yes, Anisha, you mentioned your slide the Siddhant in containing four type of actions, and you now find Angika Abhinaya. It means a non-verbal expression or gesture. If you connect the Mary Sari poem,
So you are asking that where is Angik Abhinay in I have taken the poem Mary Sari. So see, Rus theory is not like in that you contain the every text, right? When someone is performing in this on this stage, so it is for that particular person, Angik Abhinaya. When you are you are wanting to tell something to your audience, but you are not using your verbal style. That is non-verbal style. And for that, when someone is going to perform this poem on the stage, there it can be possible. So if you are taking all the reference in the poem, so it will be not there. So I was referring this Angik Abhinaya in this slide when I was introducing you to rasa theory. What is rasa theory? And I have mentioned I have whatever I am able to find rasas in the poem.